Hey everybody! Let's talk about Rough Night, a new comedy starring Scarlett Johansson, which is a sentence I never thought I would say, about a group of girls celebrating a bachelorette party for Scarlett Johansson's character, in which they get really wasted, hire a stripper, and accidentally murder him. You know, just girly stuff. Honestly, I feel like the best way to describe this movie to you is the dollar store version of The Hangover with girls. The Hangover is about a group of dudes having a bachelor party and getting really fucked up and having a lot of crazy shit happen. Rough Night is about a group of girls celebrating a bachelorette party where they get really drunk and fucked up and a lot of weird shit happens. However, Rough Night is not that funny. I feel like The Hangover is a funny movie. I enjoyed that movie. I laughed a lot. Didn't need any sequels. It really didn't. But the original one, I enjoyed. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was stupid, but the right amount of stupid. Rough Night just... It was a rough night for me. I was really wondering how long it would take me into this video to make that joke. The answer is not long. So I'm not saying this was like the worst movie I've ever seen, but it was just like really average. Like if it was on TV and I was just scrolling and trying to find something to watch, I like might put it on in the background. There were a lot of jokes that were sort of funny, and the closest thing to a laugh that I got during this whole movie was just, huh. I felt myself doing that a lot while watching this, but I never actually laughed out loud. I think Jillian Bell was my favorite out of all the characters in this movie. I think she was the funniest. I think she was the one who made me almost laugh the most. Alana Glazer was also really great. I think she's really funny and definitely great at what she does, but unfortunately this movie just didn't let her shine as much as she could have. Zoe Kravitz was just unbelievably stunning in this entire movie. And that's pretty much the only purpose she served. I don't recall her making any jokes at all, and she didn't really have much character development or characteristics at all. And then Kate McKinnon, who I really do love. I really think she's funny. I love everything she's ever done on SNL. She makes me laugh so much. In this movie, there were times where she kind of made me laugh, but most of it didn't really make me laugh. While part of that has to do with the writing, I feel like part of it also has to do with the fact that she's just being typecast so much. Like, every single thing she's been in is like, I'm the zany, weird friend in every single movie. That's who she's gonna be. That's who she will always be. She's like the Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover. That's it. You can't play any other character. That's all you got. And it's unfortunate because I think she's really funny. But after a while, that crazy, zany character just gets really old. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. Scarlett Johansson, who was like the star of the movie, I guess. Which, personally, if you're gonna have an ensemble cast comedy, I really don't think there should be like a main character. I mean, look at The Hangover, there really isn't a main character. The guy whose bachelor party it is isn't even in like 90% of the movie. In Rough Night, she's like the protagonist, and she has no really desirable characteristics. She's pretty flat and boring and not funny, and all of her writing and dialogue was just super awkward to me. Maybe it's because I'm not used to seeing Scarlett Johansson in a comedy, but it was just like weird, and it felt really forced, and everything she was saying was just kind of cheesy and cringy, and it was just uncomfortable for me. I will say that this movie had a lot of potential. I liked a lot of the dialogue. Like, it wasn't amazingly written, but I feel like they were trying to do something that I appreciate. What I mean by that is, all of the dialogue sounded like it was written for a man. If you were to replace this cast with an all-male cast with the same script, I don't think it really would have changed that much, which I really love because I want that. I want a comedy with all females who just act like a bunch of douchebag dudes. Just like a very gender-neutral comedy thing. And that's really what they were trying to do here, and I really appreciate that, and I think it was a step in the right direction, but it was just executed poorly, and it just wasn't funny. I also feel like it was really intense. Like, they hire a stripper and they kill him. And there's a lot of blood. It's like really gory and weird and doesn't feel like it's in the right place. Like, this movie just feels very confused, and it just gets so intense. And it could have gotten that intense if it was done correctly, but something about it just felt really weird to me, and I was just like, this is obnoxious and too much and just way crazy. But the thing that irritated me the most out of this movie is that the ending comes out of nowhere. They're in deep shit. Like, there is crazy shit going on everywhere. There is no end in sight. Nothing makes any sense. They are like going to get arrested for murder, for sure. And spoiler alert, I'm sorry, this is like my biggest gripe with this movie, and I just have to tell you, if you don't want to know, go away right now. Right now. Go. Leave. Are you gone? Instantly. In like a split second, everything is just like magically okay, and everything is happy and wonderful, and they're like celebrating everything, and it's so weird, and everyone like gets their way, and everybody wins, and everything's okay, and every single character doesn't face consequences for anything. Doesn't make any sense. It feels like the entire movie was pointless because nobody got anywhere, and it just doesn't make any sense. It's like the writers were just writing the script and they were like, well, I don't know how we're gonna get out of this jam, so let's just end it. Let's just end it right here. Fix all the problems in 5 seconds. And I was just sitting there watching the movie like, what just happened? Is this happening right now? Doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So yeah, I personally don't really like Scarlett Johansson as a comedy actress. I don't think it suits her. I think it's awkward and forced and weird, and I don't really think she's very good at it. All in all, this movie kind of sucked. I'm gonna give it a 2, and that's pretty generous. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was just like not good, you know? Anyways, let me know in the comments what you thought about this movie, because I'm just like, I just don't know. I don't. So many people were telling me that they loved it and why they liked it, and I don't understand. So if you liked it, can you just help me understand why? 'Cause I just... Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Steph Koza, this is Rated N, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!